Hey up, I'm Phil and welcome back to another episode of RimWorld. Let's get started, shall we? So on the previous episode we essentially got our perimeters set up. It's really nice that we have some a level of defense, especially with these still deadfall traps. One suggestion by Cathra, or what Cathra suggests or has done, is actually making this a little bit longer, 13. I haven't got the message up right beside me. But it's an idea, we'll have to see how it all goes though. But no, first things first, we need to make sure that hops and stuff is being worked on. So, let's see, when it comes to our research, currently, okay, Devil Strand's got one more unit to go. So hopefully someone gets around to working at the research table. Yay or nay? Okay, well, let's just hope that they get around to it eventually. So where is Val? Okay, Val's at the top and you're building a roof. Okay, I'm going to have to change your priorities. It's not what we need you to do. You're wardening though, okay. Well, let's turn the handling off. Construction will turn you off just so you don't do it. Huh. Might be able to hear that in the background in the mic, but it's just started bucketing down outside in real life. Hopefully that doesn't get picked up too much on the mic. I'll have to apologise if you're constantly hearing it. Yep. I don't know how long it's going to last, so I'm not going to do a bit of a time jump here. Anyhow, let's get back. So, let's see, Val Art is the other thing that we marked you down for. I'd rather you research. Let's get it up to a 1, because the big thing is brewing. As long as we can... Yep, there we go, Devil Strand, because Val, if we know, double check again, alcohol addiction, so we actually have to give him alcohol. Otherwise these traits might get a little bit out of whack. We'll have to see what happens. So with that done, I need to get the other bit of research started, which is the brewing. Brewing gets us beer, and that should be a good start for us. So let's see, hops. Yeah, hops doesn't seem to take too long to grow, which is nice. Unfortunately, we have a lot of meat around the place and meals. I know we should try and aim for pemmican, but when it comes to just what we have in storage, we don't have really any berries or other plants, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, I lie. There are some berries. So maybe I could set up... Yeah, I should have. Pemmican should be the first priority, and it's just make as much as you have. Make forever, because that stuff keeps a very long time. So I'm assuming berries could be used. I don't know though. But yeah, the meal situation I think was safe for the time being. And no, actually you can make pemmican. So we'll actually check its stats. So pemmican, 18, not refrigerated, spoils in a year. So yeah, lasts quite a while. A lot longer than the meat does, suppose in less than a day. I think we might lose some of it. Some of this meat. It's not the end of the world though, but hopefully we can continue this. Was that all the berries? No, it wasn't. Okay. I guess there are also a few berries out here if we could just harvest. Let's get the harvest tool out. We might as well grab whatever's inside our little wall or our enclosure before we start building over it. But no, actually, it seems like we're going to go on to another night. Yeah, everyone's gone to sleep, so I'll see you guys in the morning. And excellent, people are waking up now and we'll be able to get some work back, or be able to get our work started once again. So, it's also nice that the rain outside in real life has stopped, but unfortunately not in the game. It'll be another dreary day for our colonists. I think though part of this area is roofed. What's this? Major break alert. Oh, I'll deal with that in just a second. I want to check roofing. No, it's not. Okay. Because we can actually start to roof some of these zones. Whether or not we will is another question all again. Okay, let's just ignore it for the time being. It's not that one, this one. And, oh, dealing it. Major break risk. Who? Val. Poor mood. Why? You slept in the cold, shared bedroom, ugly, yeah, hunger, alcohol, withdrawal. Okay, that's a big thing. What's the level at? 22%. Okay, you're still quote-unquote safe, but we got to get you to get the research done. And yeah, knowing our luck, that probably affects the research as well. There isn't anyone else who might have similar levels? No. Okay, hopefully maybe some traders will come past and that will solve things for us. Yeah, because I don't know what else we could do. If I'd spotted or realised that alcohol withdrawals was an actual thing and an actual issue, would have dealt with this earlier. But we're still here, and Val's still kicking, so maybe we can manage it after all. And yeah, luckily enough, no one has actually stepped on the traps, which was a big thing. Yep, they all start darting diagonally. We also need to clear these trees, because I just realised that doesn't give us a very good line of sight. Assuming trees stopped line of sight. Because that's actually something I'm not too sure about. Anyhow, I will just mark some of these trees to be cut down. It's more wood than we really need, but yeah, might as well. And yep, all the meat just rotted away before we could make more pemmican. Right. That's a bit of a shame, and it's just rotted away right on the stove itself. Yep, we've just lost a lot of the meat, but at least we made some pemmican, and that should keep us going for a little while longer. And yeah, you're making meals now. I think maybe we could try and reduce the cooked meals down to a 10. I know that's not great, but I prefer pemmican than anything else. Actually, since we have a lot of berries, maybe we can get more pemmican. Who knows? Let's just work on the actual rooms, because we've got them organised, so we've got them positioned. So that should be good enough. And eventually they'll get roofed and we can start shifting people out into their own bedrooms. So I think Val will be able to give... we'll make this one into a bedroom, so they can have a bit of a majestic bedroom. I like that idea. And then we also need to get back on to working out the actual dining room, which means its own little storage area and whatnot. So that's actually a little bit bigger to work, bigger space required. Let's see, if we wanted to store, I think in terms of a pantry storage off of the dining room, I don't know if you put a pantry off the dining room, I thought you put the pantry off the kitchen. Well, we're going to just pretend that the pantry comes off the dining room, and I think we'll make the pantry 3x3, and that should be plenty enough space. So a 3x3 area could be something down here. Does it work in terms of spacing? That's my next question. It doesn't if we place it down there. Need to work out the best location for it, actually. How about something like this for a storage? More skinny and long. Yeah, because it still works if we want to place a wall here. And then if we were... So wall up this way, wall with a door, and then our actual room can be marked off of this zone here. So if we were to make it, let's say that's 3 plus the wall, which is a little awkward to see, probably because I shouldn't be using the planning zone quite like this. There we go. Only use it for walls. So let's see, the walls can go something down like around like so. And so I'm thinking that will be our miniature, quote unquote, miniature pantry. Well, just a place for our food, and maybe this will be the zone we'll keep cool. So it seems like this is just a mixture of items currently, which we could actually mine this zone out, form this into one big room. There's a thought. Anyhow, let's get back to this. I want to go work on the actual dining room. Give them a table, give them a place to eat. So, let's see, we'll probably go along here, leaving one space along the back wall. So, how big an area does that give us? So that's, what's that? A 8 internal by 11. Maybe we can make it a little longer. So 11, was that 11 internal? It was 11 internal. Whoops. 11 in, darn it. I thought I was using the remove tool there. Try it again. Plan it out once more. So it should be 11 internal. Okay. Hold out. Wait a second. And it should be 11 internal. That was inside. One across the top. There we go. That's our dining room. Massive. We may have to put a pillar in the center. That's 11, which means that divides. That leaves us with a pillar in the center. Doesn't it? Yeah. How? Well, let me see. If it's 11 internal, that gives us 5 plus a break, so that's the middle line, then the same should be across the top here, which is probably this line. I know, I think the shadow is throwing me off a little bit. Try it again. So that's, whoops, come on, try it again. 11 internal, which leaves us with 5 plus the middle line. Yeah, I think the shadow is just throwing me off. So that's actually the middle point there. Awesome. So that means we can actually place just a wall in the center in case it doesn't roof the entire area, which it should, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. The other thought is if this was like a little miniature section, we could actually place some coolers and vent straight out. So you could place coolers on the internal edge instead of the external edge, preventing raiders if they break through the wall, get past the traps from breaking into the room itself. It's a thought. Okay, well, we'll get around to actually marking it up for our colony to build. So let's go up to the top. Also need to work out where the doors should and shouldn't be placed. So there's one place for a door, like I think keeping it central is fine. So you have a bit of a middle walkway. In terms of a doorway, I think we might put a couple of doors down. I think the first place is probably here. Whether we need a back entrance to the pantry is another question. Don't think we do, so we're going to leave it like that. And then if we end up building another room, we'll work out what to do there. There we go. One big old room. And I will actually end up marking this bit, just so when we get callers in the future, we can place a caller off the edge wall and call, or vent directly in the system. Actually, no, what am I doing? No. Because if we want to make this, or make this feel like a large room, we need to just keep colonist, what is it? I'll show you the menu. It might explain a lot better than what I'm talking about, but space. So the space requirement is basically it's a spacious room when they're standing in the center, or they're the furthest away from a wall possible. So that's what we need to sort of try and do. And yeah, how's alcohol going? Yeah, you 24%, 123. Don't know if we're going to make it. I'll see how it goes. Hopefully Val can push through it, but no. Got another building. And yeah, these doors will eventually get built. So on to building some beds. So let's see, where are we going to place it, because this room isn't very balanced. It is balanced along the horizontal though, not along the vertical. So no, that's actually still fine. So we'll place the 2 beds there. And how's this room? This room isn't balanced, but I don't think there's any harm. We'll give this bedroom, or make this into a royal bedroom. Not a royal bedroom, a double bed. Because this isn't royal. And we'll give that one to Val. And that should help with some of the bad moodlets. I know eventually they will break. So we'll have to work out how to deal with that. But no, there's another room. And eventually we'll get around to extending those traps out further. Also, how's the berries, food, pemmican? Okay. So where's the next set of animals? Animals are over here. And yeah, also Bush died. Bush? Okay, sorry, I misread that one. Kimmy the doctor died. I will probably just leave the body out there because we don't have a great location for it currently. I think I will end up doing sort of the bog body style I did in season 2 because that works well and it saves us from having to bury a lot of graves. That, and later down the track we could have also burnt the bodies, but no. Let's hunt maybe 2 caribou. I think that will be enough for us in terms of the meat, and since we got the berries, hopefully they're not eating the berries first. That should keep us going for another day. Though you are still cooking meals, maybe I'll just reduce the meal count down to how much have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We reduce it down to a 6. So just to keep the meals that we have available and so on. So yeah, Val, you are very hard at work, of course, at the research table. We are slowly progressing, but not fast enough. We'll have to see how this goes, but you'll get to see the next set in the morning. So we're going to have to get something done about the roofing, because it hasn't been done quite yet. Or, you know, actually, as I was speaking, they're doing it, so that's fine. Anyhow, how about the trees? We can remove the trees. Because like, I've always complained about the fact that trees really shouldn't be growing inside. It seems a little bit awkward, but what am I looking for? I am looking for orders. Cut plants? Or harvest? No, cut plants. Major break risk, yeah, I know. Let's get rid of all the plants inside, because they don't belong. Is that a berry bush? It is a berry bush. I guess we can remove the berry bush as well. Cut those down, cut those trees. Oh, there's actually a lot of plants. I'm guessing it's grass as well. And try it once more. Yep. That looks good. Awesome. There's a lot more work for people to get done, but I think we'll be fine. So how's the food going? Food's looking fine. I think the pemmican, or aiming for pemmican, is a good idea. And the butchering is getting done, which gives us the meat again. Awesome. Exactly what we need. And then we had to make more pemmican, which lasts a long time. So I think that works out for us quite well. And yeah, there you go. Got the berries. And the berries all take actually a longer time to spoil, so we could actually do a bit more of a mass harvest of berries. It's a thought, but no. First thing, we need to get the beer, the brewing. So how are the hops going? 51%. Okay, they're getting there. I may designate a second field because I don't know how much beer we get out of those. And there we are. Valve's broken. It's going to happen eventually. Now, I'm really uncomfortable about bashing Val down. And we don't even have a medical bed, to come to think of it, actually. Let's not build a copy, but not prisoner. Where am I looking? Set owner. There we are. Val. That's your chief's room. And then I think, because I'm allowed to, going to assign this one to Fu first, despite Fu not being one of the original colonists. They're not medical, set owner, and we're going to do Kanga. Let's see, who might break next? Let's do Falcon. And that gets at least a few bedrooms set up. And yeah, sorry Trosma, you've got a knife. If you drop the knife, I wouldn't mind if you bashed them down. Okay, let's get you to drop the knife. Yep. And recruit and melee, and then Kanga. What have you got? Your bow. So yeah, you'll be fine if we get to melee. That should be enough. That should allow us to take Val down without killing them. I'm hoping. Now Val is a bit of an older person, so I hope that doesn't come into effect. Okay, there we go. Looks like we're fine after all, but I'll get you to equip the Jade Knife and Kanga can rescue Val. I think we're fine after all. But yeah, since you've got your own personal bedroom now, you should be a lot happier with that. Eclipse, okay. Not that that really affects us without power. And yeah, Val is now in bed. Do we have any other doctors? Okay, probably, let's say who can we grab? 7 skill or 9 skill, so Trosma. You're actually currently hurt. Okay. Oh, can you... Oh, Kanga's gonna patch Val up. So how badly was Val injured? Not too badly, just a lot of bruises and cracks. Hopefully this doesn't happen again now that Val's got their own room. No longer capable of walking. Why did you just drop the medicine though? You've treated them as much as possible, but you've left the medicine next to the bed. That much I don't understand. Oh, anyhow, we'll let them continue working, and hopefully I may decide to wake Val up. Let's see. Anything we need to worry about? Alcohol withdrawal, yeah, that's a big thing at the moment. Very difficult to deal with, but no. Okay, recruit, unrecruit. No, you've just gone back to bed. Can't. How about if I just move you off the bed? Unrecruit, no, gonna go back into bed. Fair enough. I'll let you do that. Actually, no I won't. Because you only got bruises and cracks, we can just change the bed rest setting, or bed rest priority, down to a 2, so you'd rather research than bed rest. And actually, there's another thing we can do. Chairs. I can't believe I forgot about the chairs. So dining chair, just place it there, and one here. That should be fine. I don't think we'll put one at the butchering station because that normally doesn't take too long. But that should help people when they're sitting down. At least gain a bit of rest. Which is certainly what Val needs currently with the amount of injuries. Okay, we're nearly finished building. And you about done? Awesome. So what's that? A shoddy chair, and you're still building that chair. Right, you guys could have finished it off for us, you realise? And yeah, Fu's going to take the long way around for some reason. Okay, don't know what's up with that. Okay, well, it's on to another night. Okay, that's nice to see. We get a bulk goods trader from Acrobat's Tree. So we're going to have to grab them and see if they got any alcohol. Just so we can sate Val's alcohol addiction. The withdrawal is already at 31%, and that's increasing higher than... It's increasing faster than I'd like. But we are partway through getting the research done, but I don't suspect we'll get it done in time. So hopefully these traders will have some alcohol when they come. Yeah, they are coming. I thought they might be passing by, but no. Okay, this is good. This would be really good to get us a few items. And we got a Sad Wander by Trosma. Well, there's only so much we can do. As long as you don't stand on the traps, I think we're fine. So, the best talker I think was Val from memory. Let's take a look. Social of 11. And 10... Oh, wait, social 11? Why did I say 11? It's 10. Yeah, so we're going to grab Val and we're going to chat to these traders, see if they've got anything to offer us. Amusingly, they're actually going to stand outside and not come past over these traps, which could have got us a bit of meat. Well, let's see if we can find some beer. I wish this was... beer. Awesome. They have 1 beer. We can afford that. It's very expensive for 1 beer, but that will keep Val going, hopefully. Now, the other thing we can look at is... Oh, they've got Luciferium. Why did they have... Okay, wait. These are bulk goods traders, and they have Luciferium for sale. We had such a hard time of finding Luciferium. In the previous series, I called... I don't know how many traders did I end up calling? Enough, and I never found any of them selling any Luciferium. So that's a little bit bizarre. Okay, that's actually kind of annoying me now. Huh. Okay, well, another thing we can do is actually sell off some of the wood as well, because we have enough wood around the place. So maybe we can just balance the amount of money that we're spending. Maybe a bit more. How about if I just type it in? Let's be easy. About minus 200. There we go. So it gives us $51 in extra cash. Do we want to buy a cow at all? Cow provides milk, which is another source of food. Pemmican, well, we certainly got enough of that. Okay, yeah, that sells for very cheap, of course. Makes sense. I just don't think there's really anything else we want to be touching right now. I think it's better off if we hold on to most of what we have. And these are all only female cows. If there was a female and male cow, then maybe we'll go ahead and do that, because then we can keep it expanding. Okay, well, we'll leave it like that and see how it turns out. So, Val, what did you just do? You're going to go and research. How about... you're never going to do hauling. The beer is there. Can I tell you to drink the beer? Yeah, drink the beer. Because that will help with your mood, or your alcohol withdrawal. Let's see. And, yep, alcohol addiction, alcohol warm. And, let's see, the needs. Yep. So now he doesn't get the minus 25 debuff, which was pretty harmful. Very hard to manage and deal with, but there we are. Things are dealt with. I think we'll be fine now. So onto the beauty of these rooms. That's another thing we all have to be working on. Yeah, we can fit it in this episode easily. So let's see, a lot of these rooms are negative in terms of quality. Now, one of the things I know we can do is under, where is it? Furniture? No, floors. We have the ability to place some wooden floors down. Now, I don't know, can we see the information? I don't believe it's a positive. No, it's only a neutral in terms of beauty. It's these tiles here which supposedly provide more beauty. Work to make beauty 2. Yeah. So wooden floors at least will give us give the colonists a bit of a neutral feeling towards the room. At least it's not negative or unhappy. But given the amount of wood, I don't think there's any harm in using it all. Yeah, I think we'll also do this big room here and this little side passage here. For the time being, we'll be keeping the food here. So that'll be fine. And do we want to roof? Do we want to floor any of these rooms? I think we can avoid that for the time being. I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, so that'll use a good bit of wood up. But I think we're still going to be fine there. Awesome, this is turning out really nice. So I'll let them construct a few more tiles, and then we'll get around to actually placing a table down. So it'll be a long table where... okay, that's kind of annoying having that block in the center now, I just realized. Because it's not balanced. Maybe we'll make a couple of short tables. It still doesn't really balance things, but we'll place one over here, and yeah, might as well do it in the four corners or something. Sort of keeps it relatively balanced. It's not very balanced, it's more symmetry. Balance is more than just symmetry. Yeah, awesome, you're getting it done. And I don't really care who builds the tables. It's going to be really bad quality anyhow. Yeah, awful. That's not a negative when it comes to beauty, is it? It's just a neutral. Okay, it's not a piece of art. Oops, keep it going. What is it? Minor break risk. Kanga. What's going on? Kanga? Cramped environment, shared bedroom, ugly environment, 8 without a table. Well, you'll get the table. The table will be built sometime soon. We will, of course, need chairs. Can't forget that. So, dining chair. Let's place... do we place... Just thinking how many do we place. So we place them offset like that? Sort of like a spiral arm of sorts? Or do we really try and maximize the space? Actually, I hate it when tables are right near the edge of the wall, so I'm going to remove those, and we'll just have the tables on the the chairs behind on the walls, because you always smash into them, especially at a restaurant, because they always seem to cram them in for some weird reason. Okay, fine. No, actually, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. Can we? Let's reinstall it to somewhere else, because I just realised what I want to do. It's too easy. So we'll get back to the short tables. So the idea is to leave one extra space there, where it should work out quite fine. Yeah, mark it down there. But of course I think we'll have to get around to that in the morning. Oh, looks like we're a bit special. But we got some cargo pods as morning broke. So what is it? It's components. It's not really what we're looking for right now. Components are sort of useless. It's going to be worth hauling it in, of course, because when we have the ability to actually build things like coolers and tables, which require it, so advanced mechanics, it'd be very useful. But no, mad animal. A local hare has gone mad. Jump to location. Hey, this will be interesting. Yeah, because the small animals like always go over the traps and they don't trigger them. But the dog didn't actually do anything. I'm surprised the dog did not attack the rabbit. I wonder if Death the cat will. Actually, I might have to grab Foo in a second. Nope. Death the cat, will you attack the rabbit? You won't. And Kanga, wonder Foo. So we're going to get you to attack the hare. Let's see if we can get you around the corner. I'm going to try and break down the doors. Yep. Come on, Foo. Practice your shooting while you're at it then. There we go. 1 shot, 2 shots. Try it again. You should have the range to hit the rabbit. Is it still maddened? It is, and now it's attacking Foo. Finally. It's just been Foo's been staying there for quite a while. And Foo is a really shocking aim. There we are. Okay, can you continue? Yep. Melee? No, we don't want you. We want you to fire at the hare until it's dead. Just as long as you don't shoot at any colonists. That's like a big thing right now. Yep. Can I speed it up? Yep, awesome. Unrecruit, and we have another hare that we can butcher and cook, which is really good. What is this? More cargo pods. Wow. The game must be setting us up for something, but herbal medicine for sure. I will definitely grab that. 69 herbal medicine. Where am I going? It's up. Here we go. So yeah, someone can get around to doing that hauling. That'd be nice. Thank you. And we still have the space for it as well, which is also good. Now let's move this table, the awful table, to where I originally was going to place it. So 1 over. There we go. And get around to building those chairs. So there, and there. Gives us the space. This is plenty enough seats, but I might as well fill it out to turn it into a bit of a restaurant of sorts. So there, and once more. Awesome, that's all of them. And that will use most of the wood I expect as well. Oh, well, can't complain. Anyhow, can we hold these 2 rocks out of the way? They're in a bit of an awkward place. Yep. Okay, so I think the next thing, let's see, how's the research going? Looks like we're nearly there, and the caribou meat rotted. Probably because we're missing berries? No, we're not. Hey, trader, you've got to work a little bit faster. Otherwise that food is going to rot away. Like that. Oh, brewing. Excellent. It's done. So let's see what we can work on next. Drug production will be nice. So far I think we're safe on that. Stone cutting and complex clothing. I think stone cutting first. Let's see. Project tech level. Your tech level is Neolithic. I can see why. Yeah, everything's going to take a lot longer. But no, we do need to get stone cutting. So let's research it and see how we go. But awesomely enough, I think we have just got a few extra potatoes around. Yep. Which means cooking should be fine once someone refuels the stove with wood that we don't have. Okay, well, okay, let's get a bit more chopping. I'm surprised we used all the wood. Because there was a lot of wood. Probably some of the selling didn't help. Let's go back into orders, chop some wood, somewhere close preferably, like maybe this zone. That should be enough. I've set that to chop wood. Yeah, so it's only going to chop trees. And then I think maybe on the next day we're going to work on getting maybe a second, or was that another 2? We need 3 more bedrooms. I think that's capable, but on to the next day. Or not. Oh, he had a solar flare and then a raid. So a group of pirates from Sledgehammer Lobsters. Wow, that's quite a name. Sledgehammer Lobsters. Okay, they will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare defences or attack them preemptively. Let's take a look. Where are they? They are there. This time there are 3 people. That's a few more than last time. A few more than I care for. I think we probably could have tried pushing these defences a little bit further. It's not the end of the world though. But I will of course be restricting everyone to roughly the home zone. Just so they don't wander too far out. Like the distance we need for chopping trees. Okay, I'll let them be then. Can you guys... I'm going to wake everyone up. There we go. Oh, wow. Thought that was them attacking, but no. Just a chunk of spacecraft. That's fine. Whereabouts is it? Okay, it's over there. Interesting. We'll eventually get around to dismantling those because of the amount of materials that you can get out of them, especially components, which is something that we lacked in part of our last series, but no. So yeah, we'll keep those. People shouldn't be attacking anytime soon, and most of our people aren't even wandering far, so that's not a big issue. Anyhow, what's going on? Need warm clothing. Okay. Need tailor warm clothing or tailoring. How about let's just get around to getting fire. Campfire. This produces a lot of warmth, but I think this will be fine, so we'll place it probably... That's weird. You can place a campfire upside down by rotating it. Not sure if that's intentional, but no, we'll place the campfire just on the corner here. Once we get the wood, which is something that people should be doing. Oh, and they're beginning their assault. Awesome. So grab everyone, apart from, who is it? Val, because we don't want them to die. Recruit, and place them behind these defences and see what happens. So, Fu, let's, how about this? Try it again. Grab everyone, place them just down here, and then grab people and order them correctly. And pillars, like so. Then Trosma and Trado, I think we can put you behind. One up. And that is everyone. So yeah, when they will eventually get around and over here, they'll come through our defences and hopefully trigger one or two of them off. But our snipers might be able to... Snipers? They're not snipers. Our range weapon users will be able to pick them off. Actually, I keep thinking maybe the range weapon users should be a little further behind. Oops, sorry, don't do that. Ah, darn it. And try that again. Didn't mean to move them. I was meaning to put Trado just around the corner there and Trosma just around this corner. So what it means is we can just pull these people back when we're ready. So where are you all running off to? Yeah, I think we're safe for the time being. Okay, let's see how this turns out and slow it down as well. Yep, already 1 hit. 2 hits. Keep it going. Aww. How could you... That was a 1-hit kill. Well, free food, I guess. To be honest, I don't think much about these terriers. A bit of a waste of space and food, but unfortunately you had a bond. So Falcon, let's see. Your needs, slept in the cold, bonded animal died. That didn't help. Okay, maybe you'll get a better aim because of that. Oh, and you took a direct hit as well. That's also not that brilliant. 22 out of 40. That's not great. Okay, that's one person down, and these two are still around. Maybe you can grab Fu and place them... Oh, that's actually a good range weapon. I wonder, you're still bleeding. Maybe if I unrecruit, you can go and rest. No one's going to be able to patch you up. So Kango would have to be... Yeah, so unrecruit Kango, then Kango should be able to patch up Falcon. And then Fu can probably go up to the corner here. And maybe take a pot shot at 1 or 2 people, actually. 1 in. Yep, this should be fine, and you got some basic cover. See how this turns out. And I'll leave you 2 recruited for the time being until Fu has to run. Like about now. Whoops. 1 down. Yep, and 1 trap. Awesome, that's really what I want to see. So you 2 then can go and melee attack this guy, and I think we should be fine. We continue to attack. There we go. And the pirates are fleeing. All good. Things went relatively well. I have to remember to mark these traps to be rearmed. And I think at this point we will need to build a place to haul these bodies to. I'm thinking probably somewhere down here. How much wood have we got? Probably not enough. There's a few more things we need to work on then before we end this episode, because we are getting very close to the ending point. And that's the solar flares. Okay. I'm thinking, if we, in terms of rooms, it only needs to be an area where we can dump the bodies. So it has to be relatively spacious. And somewhere where people don't really walk. Yeah, so I think bumping around this side, or this zone, will be the place we'll be doing it. Because unfortunately we can't really use it for too much. It just means the bodies are out the way. I think people will still end up walking around this zone. But we can't prevent them. So what we're going to do is put this on a low priority. Just in case I make a mistake in the ordering. At least priorities will make sense. That made no sense what I just said. So priority wise, if I have marked anything which really should be stored in this zone, putting it onto low means this zone first and then that zone. And if it's bodies, it just makes sure that that the ordering is done right. Because you can't just say only rotten things. You can say allow rotten. But I don't suspect that will be an issue. So let's clear all and say animal and human-like corpses. And mechanoid corpses I think we'll leave, and it just says allow rotten. So only rotten rotten and unrotten corpses can belong here, but only unrotten corpses can belong there. And do we have an issue with this stockpile? Oops, I have allowed corpses. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, that should fix everything up, and the body should be hauled to the correct location. I will also unflag this one to be hauled in, because we don't need it sitting around there. Yep, and it's just more work for people to get done, and another major break risk. What's going on? I was very sure I did not put human bodies down there. Oh, I have put human bodies. Oh, that's a mistake. Just don't go and butcher them. I don't think it's been turned on for butchering, so we're safe there. But that's a bit of a nuisance. Yeah, drop the bodies where we can't see them. Awesome. Out of sight, out of mind. Something like that, isn't it? Anyhow, yeah, we're getting a bit of extra wood, which builds us the last chairs, and we have a fire. So the fire's probably going to be a bit warm for the time being. Probably should have held off for the moment. Let's see. Yeah, because it's all 21s, and now that's 27. That's actually too warm. I'm sure our colonists will be able to deal with it. So how's the chairs going? We've got normals, awfuls, goods, shoddy, awful, normal. Yeah. So nothing great. Oops. Click on the tables themselves. They're all poor and awful. But it's a start. Don't think it affects beauty, does it? Apart from the messes on the ground. Oh, actually no. Bad quality tables look ugly. Ooh, we may have to rebuild them after all. But I think that is an excellent place to leave it for this episode. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Now, as I've said in the past, and will say in the future, I'll see you around sometime.